Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're located out there in the wonderful world of esports and iRacing. This is Jason with Signature Media right here, bringing you the Whelen Modified Series DSR, brought to you by Innovox Solutions, live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So the gridding is starting to take place right now. Everybody's getting on the track. Pace laps will be completed in just a little bit. As everybody gets loaded up, we're going to take a look at our grid real quick. Your pole sitter, Mitchell Drunowski, and the number 10 is going to be your pole sitter on the inside line. Row 1 with Matt Levitt in the 14. Chris Andretta is going to be inside. Starting third with Sean Corcoran Cochran, however you say that, in number 43. Fourth position, outside row second. Inside on the third row, Greg Elliott in number 13, and Ruben Altice in the 59. Cody Cox in the 54, familiar name that we see around all of the leagues, and Rodney Matney is going to be in the number 15 inside row 4. Or outside row 4. Starting on the inside of row 5, Thomas Rule the third in the 00, and then Corey Doss in the number 4, starting 10th. Michael Newbraw in the 05, and then Cameron Drunowski starting 12th outside in row 6 in the number 2. Gregory Jackson in the number 7, Donald Wooten in the number 11. And that's it for our grid currently, as we are about to get underway just a moment. Follow along with our leader in that number 10 machine right there. We appreciate everybody watching out there. If you have not subscribed or followed, go to twitch.tv/JLfollow for all of your iRacing broadcasts. We do several leagues around the esports iRacing platforms, and then of course you can follow us on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure you go to DSR Whelen Modified by Innovative Solutions in your search bar. Like and join that group right there, and you'll be able to watch all of these and follow along with all of these drivers as we continue to get everything underway. So we are at USA International right here for this amazing feat. Track temperature 79 degrees right now. It's going to heat up as they get going. 139 feet above sea level, so not too shabby when it comes to that. And of course the weather, air temperature 77 degrees at the time of this virtual race. And we're about to go green flag racing right here, and 80 laps to be completed as they start lap 1 with the number 10 of Drunowski starting out with a nice push to the front to hold that line. Tires are going to wear just a little bit differently here. I saw in practice that as they started to run, they continued to get completely loose as the number 10 continues his truck forward. Take a look at the long stint of the track and how everybody lines out right here as they're going 3 wide on the front stretch to try to follow in with that corner. The number 10 leading around another lap as they enter turn 1 into the backstretch of turn 2. A little loose on the corner right there as the 14 and the 25 are battling for second place. Putting a lot of pressure on that number 10 as our first 3 or our top 3 are starting to pull away from the pace just a little bit. A little slow around turn 2 as the 14 of Lovett almost checks up into the bumper of him right there of Drunowski in that number 10. Follow along with our leaders for just a little bit as they hit the backstretch, kind of a little bit into the wall there, looked like, as These laps are going to be short and fast and sweet. The 14 of Lovett right on the tail of Drunowski. Not going to give any pressure to him as he gets a little loose on the exit of the turn 2 into turn 3. The 14 of Lovett right there to capitalize, but runs a little bit of high line, so Andretti is going to capitalize on that and gain a little bit of positions there. With the relative of the ticker, don't mind the times. The overlays are not working quite as well as I'd like them to, but it does show accurate positioning as we continue to go. But we are under caution right now. We're going to go and see where the caution happened. As we meet up. There's the caution right there. The 00 kind of got into the wall, and the 13 nailed him. So a little reset and a little bit of work to be gotten as his engine looks to be blown right there. So he's going to tow in and wait for his opportunity to get back to the race. As we're going to go back to live conditions. Our leader, number 10, Drunowski, followed by Lovett in the 14th and Andretti in the 25th and the 25. Seeing how everything is shaking up as the 13 of Greg Elliott sits in pit road waiting for some repairs. Let's see if anybody takes any pits right now, but more than likely there's not too many laps completed, so we're going to see everybody kind of sit back and wait. Reminder for everybody to go and check out twitch.tv/JLFollow in the bottom left-hand corner. You can see that there. And you'll be able to check out all of the past broadcasts that we've done over the last month or so. And they only hold so many, but you can also go to YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that way you can watch all of our races as we continue to broadcast at least 5 times a week now. That's what we're doing. We went from just a couple of nights a week, gained a little bit of popularity, and now we do 5 different series. So we appreciate everybody sticking with us and gaining the traction. Especially with this Whelen Modified Tour, we don't get to see too many modified leagues out there, and the ones that do, we don't get to watch the esports versions of it. So, pretty happy to be doing this with these guys. And if you don't remember my name is Jason. I am with Signature Media and Broadcasting, also Signature TV, and we love hosting esports. Soon to be growing into a lot of other different things. But this is the second race of the Whelen Modified Series as they are getting their season underway. The pace car is off on pit road. Number 10 starts to take off, gets a big jump on the lead as the 14 of Lovett and Andretti go side by side into turn 2, with Andretti holding the inside line over Lovett. Sliding up front is Andretti, now holding the second spot with a 14, falling back just a little bit there. The 54 of Cody Cox working his way into it, but we got another caution flying right there. Take another look at that as the number 10 comes down. Don't get to see the result of the caution. I apologize about that. I thought we had a better angle right there, but we do not. Doesn't show us what happened there. It looks like Donald Wooten is on pit road, so possibly the root of the problem there, or the caution there. So I'm not quite sure. Yep, not going to show me what's going on there. So let's go back to live conditions right now as the number 10 is following the pace car once more. Didn't get the chance to see that. So, well, with everything under play, I appreciate everybody out there watching again as we're going to complete a few more laps under caution. Currently, as it sets, first position, Mitchell Dranowski, in the number 10. Chris Andretta in the number 2 is going to start outside whenever we go back to green flag racing. Matt Lovett in the 14 is your third place vehicle. And that Whelen modified lovely little car. And Cody Cox in the 54 is going to be your fourth place. Sean Corcoran out of New York is your fifth place. So that's your top 5 as we sit currently right now. We'll take a look at that as it sits up there. Donald Wooten is on pit road, and he clears pit road, comes on out. Greg Elliott still 2 laps down, waiting for repairs as things are about to get back underway in just a little bit. Working on a 2-minute pit stall, almost a 3-minute pit stall. Pulling up some information. I want to give a big, huge thank you and a big shout out to the main sponsor of the DSR Whelen Modified Tour Series. It's Innovox Solutions. Innovox Solutions is a developer of and distributor of superior oxidative disinfecting solutions for use in both home and the workplace. Their goal is to provide products that quickly eliminate bacteria, viruses, mold, and mildew, odors, and allergens from environments that could potentially cause health threats without exposing users to harsh chemicals or harmful residue. Go to innovoxsolutions.com. That's INNOVOX solutions.com. Great company, and we appreciate everything they do as far as supporting the esports community and, of course, iRacing and the DSR Whelen Modified Series. Mr. Dunowski is still up there up front. Back to green flag as the number 10 gets another huge jump. Just mashes that gas, continues to go, but the 25 gets right there on the tail of the number 10 with the 14 of Lovett right behind him. Making these cars dive into the corners, getting up high on the wall, coming across, and Dranowski leads another lap right here at USA International at Lakeland. 14 running kind of a little higher line behind that 25. As you see everybody kind of scatter back there, you see the 25 get loose, and that is going to be the cause of the caution right there. The yellow flag waves. As those things do happen. We're going to go back and take a look at that. As we see the 14 come on down. 25 dives in. Probably a little lag there. Nothing that the 14 did wrong. He was in the position. The 25 was there. Tires probably touched just a little bit. And that's what caused it. Nobody's at fault there. Just things happen. Good, clean racing. As we're about to go back to live conditions right here. USA International, 3 cautions so far. The number 10 of Dranowski still out front, but the 14 of Lovett now back in second place is Greg Elliott in that number 13 gets a lap back. 2 cars on pit road right now. Thomas Rowe the third, the 00, and Chris Andretta in the 25. That was our caution that happened. 00 leaving pit road currently. coming around to meet up with the group. 13 cars still in the lead lap, as Andretta is in the pits to get repairs, but is about to come back out, and looks like he's going to join the group. As you see the 25 meeting up with everybody. Matt Lovett right there in the second spot. Drunowski in the 10. Cody Cox now up to third. Started, believe, go back and catch up with his starting position. Started 7th, now in 3rd, up 4 spots. Fastest lap, 19.463. Another big mover that we had, started 10th, Corey Doss. He was back and forth a little bit right there. Currently in 7th position, was up as high as 5th. His fastest lap, 20.078. Fun, exciting racing. This stuff gets going pretty quick, so you get to see some of the exciting things that these modifieds do. They shake up and they get real loose. There's no real draft, even when they're on the little 1.5-mile tracks that I've seen them run. But these things are a lot of fun on dirt. Race them myself in a few series races whenever it comes to iRacing. Part of being a part of iRacing, if you have not done it yet, go to iRacing.com and check out all of the incentives for what you can get out of being a monthly subscriber. You get cars included and tracks included. Number 10 gets a bigger jump as well this time as the pace car hits pit road. Back to green flag conditions as the 10 jumps out to a heavy lead. The 14 carrying a lot of speed on that middle third, trying to catch back up with the 10. Drunowski and Lovett are your top two, with Cody Cox sitting right there. In that third position with the 59 of Altice sitting in 4th. Ruben Altice is making some ground on the leaders. You're going to see him contend in just a little bit. You take a look at how the backstretch looks real here as the 14 kind of gets a little bit loose, but does carry himself well into the straightaway. The 10 still holding the lead, leading all of our current laps so far. Lap 27 is in the books, starting lap 28. The 14 of Lovett right there on the tail. These cars do like to get a little loose as the laps go on, but Cody Cox right there in the 54 trying to take a low line on the 14, carrying a lot of speed as that battle for second is now underway, but having to fall back in place. The 54 does. As you see everybody carry those corners. Good look on the front stretch right there as you see the cars, how close to the wall that they get. The 14 carrying still that a little higher, about a foot to 2 foot higher line than the leader in the 10, so not hugging a line near as much as the 10 does, but still right on the tail. Maybe conserving the tires a little bit as Cody Cox falls back from the front two with 30 laps complete right here at USA International at Lakeland. Relatives as they speak. The 14 of Lovett trying to use a higher line, getting right to the back of the 10. you're seeing some excellent racing as they're going forward. You're hearing everything kind of drop off just a little bit whenever they're going around the corners. We're going to ride along with the 14 and get a little bit of a look from his seat, or his passenger seat, as he shakes up just a little bit following that 10. About to meet lap traffic, but he carries that line really well. You see how he feathers the gas and then starts to get out at both drivers getting a little bit loose off of the corner out of the exit, but having to follow that line. Lovett carrying very, very well into the corner, and it's only a matter of time. Either the 10's going to make a mistake or their tires are just going to get so loose that they're not going to be able to do anything with them. Nice little ride along brought to you by Innovox Solutions, of course, our main sponsor. Caution is flying. We had looks like Donald Wooten got off track just a little bit. As here's a look at that caution. Came up a little bit, and the two got together, the 11, and it looks like the Thomas Rule, the third, right there. So Donald Wooten getting a little loose with another driver. They're kind of coming together, and that is the fourth caution of the race. We'll be back to green flag racing very, very, very shortly. We're going to go back and see what happens here. A lot of cars taking pit stops right now. Sean Corcoran, Corey Doss, Greg Elliott, Cameron Dranowski is on pit road. Thomas Rule III is on pit road. No, Thomas is on for repairs. And then Cameron Dranowski is on one lap down currently as we speak. And it looks like the 11 is going to come on. Donald Wooten's going to come on and get a little extra TLC for his vehicle right there. Didn't look like it was too heavy of a bump, but that doesn't mean that things aren't still shaking up a little bit on the vehicle. As we're about to come back to green flag racing very shortly, almost halfway through the race. Very quick race. We are on our fourth caution of the race. Race summary for you so far. The leader still Mitchell Dranowski. 37 laps complete. 4 cautions for 18 laps. And counting, as we are still live at Virtual USA International Speedway right in Lakeland, California. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. These guys are shaking it up. They're not afraid to get those tires next to each other. And the series is starting to come together as we got a lap car going around to catch back up 2 lap cars. Getting a free pass in the Lucky Dog spots. Look at your top 5. Dranowski, who's led all of the laps today. Matt Lovett in that number 14 machine. Cody Cox in the 54. Ruben Altice sitting there in that 59 and 4th spot. And Rodney Matney, as things changed for me, in the 5th position right there. That's your top 5 as we are about to be halfway through the race. We're about to go green flag racing once again. As the lights are off on the pit car, we are side by side, ready for the start. Pace car hits pit road, and the 10 takes off. Doesn't quite fool everybody as much this time. Still gets a good jump on the start of the race, but does have company as the 54 and the 14 are right there with him. They didn't have to spend a few laps catching back up. They actually they had a good jump right there, anticipating the 10. But Dranowski's just fast. He is carrying the race really well. We've got everybody single file, except for we got one car back there up on the top line, trying to work that heavy top line. Falls back in place. Single file racing as we are continuing to go underway. The 10 kind of bounces a little bit there, but we've got a car down low. They're gonna have to avoid as the 14 catches a lot of speed on that line as the 10 was running a little lower, and then the 14 kind of dived in there. Love it. Good racing so far with the 10 still out front, but you got to wonder if it's only a matter of time. One of these guys passes. Gonna have a caution come out right there. We saw that spin right up there as we were coming around the track. And we're going to take a look at what happened there as we will go back to those positions. As it looks like the 11 got loose, went off. It's showing that as the caution, but that's not the case. Let's go back and take a look at what kind of started that spin out as they were coming around the corner right here. Things switched up. Those two kind of got into it up in the top of the track. It doesn't show me who was doing it or who did what, but we're going to go back, and I think it was the Andretti as we take a look at the caution right there. The 15 and the 25 kind of got into each other a little bit there. The 25 spins out, 13 comes right into the 25. So there is that caution, and we're going to go back to our live status right now as the 25 leaves pit road. Lap 46 underway under caution. 5 cautions so far. A little under half of the race finished under caution so far. But when they are racing, they are kicking butt and taking names. Let's catch back up to our leader right behind the pace car. As we continue to wait for the pace car to come back around, I'm going to take a vocal break. I'll be right back with you. This is Jason with the DSR Whelen Modified Series from USA International. Things are smooth sailing so far for the 10 of Michael Dranowski up front, with Matt Levitt still sitting comfortably in the second position, but with Cody Cox right there in third. Those two have been all over the 10's back bumper, but still haven't been able to pass. Cautions kind of come out right at the right time for the 10. as someone to speak of, like we were talking about just a little bit ago. Ruben Altice is the one to watch, I think, so far, putting a lot of pressure on our leaders as we're back to green flag racing once again from USA International with the DSR Whelen Modified Series. The number 10 getting a huge jump again. Really good on starts and restarts. 14 having to carry the outside line just a little bit longer this time with the 54 of Cody Cox right behind. And it looks like we're back under caution once again. Something happened there, and I didn't see it. Not only did I not see it, but looks like Corey Doss kind of, something happened back there to that car. So when more Corey's just going into the pits. Don't know what happened with the to cause the caution. We're gonna find out what happened though. As nothing doing. Kind of makes me wonder a little bit if that might have been the reason for the caution. As kind of got loose a little bit right there, kind of turned everybody into the corner. I don't think that was, I think it was just carrying a lot of speed down low and it got a little bit loose right there, so that was the cause of the caution. But good racing so far. Everybody's trying to get their positions. This is all worth money in the long run, so a lot of these series, they are a paid series. So let's get back to live conditions as you see the 4 of Corey Doss sitting on on pit road. Pardon me. Let's catch back up to the leaders real quick. Familiar statement about to be said as you see free pass car going around. "53 laps complete right here at USA International Speedway. The 10 of Mitchell Dranowski still in the lead. Has led all 53 of 80 laps so far. Matt Lovett still in that second spot. Cody Cox in that 54 machine with Ruben Altice in the 4th position right there in that 59. And Rodney Matney in the 15 in 5th. Very familiar statement going on so far as things are about to get down to the pressure. Lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to go green flag racing once again very, very shortly. We go green flag racing all the way. It's going to be a short race, but I think with the tire wear and as aggressive as some of these cars are, we're going to see maybe another caution. But I'm not going to hold it out there for anybody. I'm just going to say that there's a possibility. As they round turn 4, coming out of the exit. Back to green flag racing we are once again. Good timing by the 14 to keep up with the 10 as you see that extra speed carried to the outside. He gets right to the bumper of the 10 and looks to pass to the inside. Judged that incredibly well as the 14 now tries to take the inside of the 10 as the 10 carries more speed to the exit of turn 4. But no chase and go, no cat and mouse anymore. They are right nose to tail as the 14 looks to pass on the inside as they get into turn 3. Out to the to exit of turn 4. Now you have, for the first time in this race, 14 leading, as we are shaking things up. Another caution comes out, but there is your first lead change of the race, as that was smart, aggressive racing by the 14. We are looking for the cause of the caution. Caution comes out on lap 57, as we had just a little bit of off track as Andretti comes down. Says the 11 and the 25 got into each other just a little bit there. Just got loose and couldn't hold that line for Wooten. Donald Wooten and Chris Andretti trying to hold that line. Doesn't look like too much damage there. Maybe just a little bit of hurt feelings, but not a big deal. We're about to catch back up with what's going on in pit road, and the 25 does decide he's going to go to pit road. 10 cars on the lead lap, but Andretti is now sitting on pit road getting things worked out and fixed. As we're going to catch back up with our new leader of Lovett, Matt Lovett in the number 14. So while we wait for everything to kind of get back to green flag conditions, Matt Lovett, I got you in the broadcast booth, buddy. How you doing out there?
I'm doing well. What about you?
Oh, I'm doing quite well. Hey, that was some pretty intense and pretty impressive driving on that last restart. How did you finally figure out when he was going to start going with those big jumps?
I pretty much guessed it, man. It was really hard. He kept going very, very early. And so I just said, you know what, he's probably going to do it again. And sure enough, he did. And I was like,
you did. You carried that high line speed really, really, really nicely. And you got that pass on the inside. You didn't have to play cat and mouse a little bit, especially with these frequent cautions.
It's been difficult, man. It's been really difficult. It's really hard to pass here. You just can't. These cars just don't have the horsepower to get a good run on somebody. So you really just gotta pretty much hope they make a mistake or make them make a mistake. And I think I was scaring them just a little.
Well, you did apply the pressure. I did see that. Well, hopefully you can hold them off to the end. I know that we've got some people out there watching you guys. So thanks for putting on a good race, and good luck when it comes to green flag conditions.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the broadcast.
Always appreciate you. Put you back where you belong. And that was Matt Lovett, that number 14 machine right there. Finally getting that first place position, saying that it is just a crapshoot, basically, when it comes to trying to find that line. So had the 10 make a mistake a little bit, trying to carry that high line, and 14 passed on the inside, carrying speed back on lap 57. So currently, as they said, exciting racing still underway. Lovett in the 14 machine, 10 of Dronowski now in second. Now don't count the number 10 out though. Apologize about that, had to hit the mute button for a second. It's Lovett in the 14, the 10 of Dronowski, like I was saying, don't count him out just yet. He does get great starts on the restart, so there's still a lot of racing still left to do. But you do have Cody Cox right there in third position, right behind Lee. Ruben Altice has now moved up to fourth after sitting in fifth, and then Sean Corcoran is now back there in the fifth position, as the 10 almost jumps the restart. Doesn't pass the leader just yet, but the 14 it does carry straight away. The 10 kind of makes a little bob and weave. Almost had a little bit of a mistake there, but right there with him is Ruben Altice, now up to third in that 59. 14 carrying low line speed. Take a long look of the backstretch as they come around and meet turn 3. The 14 carrying all the way out front. The 10 of Dronowski still trying to find that inside line and gets a great run of speed and is about to apply the pressure to the rear bumper of the number 10 or of the number 14 of Lovett. These cars can move each other out of the way, so if he carries a lot of speed into the corner, don't be surprised if you don't see that happen as the 10 does apply pressure right there. 14 carrying about a 0.2 of a second lead over the 10, but the 59er Ruben Altis is right there. Lap 67 now complete under green flag conditions as our leaders hit turn 1 and find the exit of turn 3. The 10 seeing that low line work to his advantage and gains right to the rear bumper, but didn't have enough to carry all the way down. The 14 of Lovett losing some speed on the exit and now having to run that higher line as the 10 hugs the yellow line and now takes the lead back from 14. But they are still side-by-side racing as they get back into turn 3 out of the exit of turn 4. Lovett still trying to carry that high line, forcing the 10 back into position. Exciting racing going so far as we take a look at the backstretch once again. Seeing very exciting racing, but once again the caution does come out and a little bit of looks like we had a little bit of an off-the-track situation going on there. Let's go back and take a look real quick at what happened. This is Cody Cox coming around the corner right here. Gets a little bit loose, and that's what draws the caution. Nothing too big, just a little bit of a taking the corner just a little bit too sharply there and finding that paint. Little front end nose damage going on there. You can see the bars a little bent up. Let's go back and check and see what's going on with Cody Cox as he is hitting pit road. And we'll catch back up with our leaders. I want to say that we're going to finish under caution, or under green flag conditions, pardon that, but I don't know. The tires are worn. Everybody's being aggressive. It's going to be a great finish, I think, with the 14 and the 10 fighting it out, but do not count out that 59 of Ruben Altis. That guy has been pushing his way up front and carrying very well with that third spot. Definitely showing great enthusiasm, and I think can carry some speed if he gets the jump right at the same time as the 14 and the 10. We're about to be green flag conditions once again in just a little bit. Here's your top 5 one more time as we take a look at how things are shaken up with Matt Lovett right there in that number 14 is your leader currently. Dronowski in that number 10 sitting outside. 59 to Ruben Altis, and then Sean Corcoran line at top 4, and then a new name up there, Greg Elliott, the number 13 machine, ready to take it to him. There's still a couple of laps left to do something with, and if you know racing, you know that, especially iRacing, anything can happen. And hoping for a great finish for these guys. We have 9 cars on the lead lap. Last car off is Cody Cox. As everybody's trying to get out there and turn some laps. Roddy Matney, number 15, sitting in 6th position. Michael Newbraw in 7th. George Jackson in the number 7, sitting right there in 8th position. And then Cody Cox, of course, in 9th. And Dretta 5 laps down. That's your first car. That gets the lucky dog and free pass waves. Lights are off on the pace car. And we're going to watch that front stretch, as we know that the 10 likes to get a good jump, but the 14 takes advantage of it this time, as the 14 gets a nice jump up off the 10, but the 10 is still right there, anticipating everything the same way as they hit the backstretch out of turn 2. The 14 carrying a good lead. 5 laps to go right here from USA International with the DSR Whelen Modified Series. The 10 carrying directly to the inside, gets right to the bumper of the 14, carries heavier speed, and caution is going to fly, as now everybody's going to have to get back in line. Most definitely saw that wreck forming. The 14 still continuing to come around to meet up with the pace car. I am waiting on the system to update to give us the reason for the caution. Here it was right here. This guy's kind of just got into it. Greg Elliott as well. I might be able to actually back this up. Look at this. All right. All right, let's take a look at it. So this is what was happening right here. Get underway. Kind of gets a little bit loose on the upper corner right there. Shakes, hits the wall, and then nowhere to go for Cody Cox right there. Everybody has to come to pit road, so let's come on back to the race leaders as the pace car leads them around, and we're going to have a green-white checker. Trying to finish the race under green flag conditions. Exciting to see the 14 and the 10 racing really hard up front, but if either one of them make a mistake, that 59 is right there to pounce on it. Take a look at our leader stats. Started second, now first. Fastest lap, 19.437. As things are updating, seeing everything that's going on right there. Those idles. Pace lap, 45 miles an hour. Everybody catching back up to the leaders. Just a couple of more cars to get around to catch up some laps for themselves. And now we're 2 to go. Right here with Lovin and that 14 machine out front with Mitchell Dranowski trying to put the pressure on him to get his spot back. He was your pole sitter, of course. Ruben Altisse in that 3rd position. Sean Colchran in the 43 in 4th. And then Rodney Matney sitting in 5th position. And right now, 8 cars in the lead lap. Cody Cox still sitting out there trying to come back and catch back up, getting that free lap or that pass. Coming off pit road and meeting back up with the leaders. First car off the pace is Greg Elliott in the 13. He is now 3 laps down. Showing off the grid at 9th position as you see Cody Cox meet back up with everybody as they are about to go side by side racing. The pace car has the lights off, is about to hit pit road, and it's about to get interesting. We will follow along as best we can as we catch up. With the front of the pack. 14 gets a jump on the 10, of course, as they come to the inside. The 10 still carrying that speed, timing that restart very well. 2 laps to go as the 10 carries on the inside, but the 59 applying pressure. Altice right there to get to the bumper of the 10. Now as things carry around the corner, white flag waves right here at USA International with the 14 leading. Final lap, as you're going to see some bumper-to-bumper racing. The 14 and the 10 are straight to the inside. 10 goes to the inside. 14 carries high. And as they come around the corner, bumper-to-bumper, 14 of Lovett is your winner. Very exciting last 3 laps of racing. Huge win for the 14, following so many laps behind the 10 of Dronowski, doing a fantastic job of holding it off. As you see the 14 ready to tear up the grass or the pavement, depending on how he does it. There he goes. Reverse lap at USA International. Congratulations once again to Lovett. We're going to try to catch up with him in just a second as he completes his lap. We'll take a look at our standings really quickly as the results have just now crossed the line. Lovett is your Tour Modified winner right here at USA International. Mitchell Dronowski in that number 10 almost got back to the inside of the 14, but he held it off. As Ruben Altice finishes third, Sean Corcoran and Roddy Matney, your top 5. Chris Andretta finished 10th. Greg Elliott was the first car under lapped conditions. And then, of course, line out the rest of the field. Wooten 27 laps down, and then Thomas Rule is scored at last place in that 00. But great racing, and we appreciate everybody showing up to do so. And we're going to try to catch up with that number 14 as I think he just blew his machine. As we bring him over. So I think you just blew your machine up if you didn't, but congratulations there, Matt Lovett, in that number 14 machine for holding off that number 10. He was applying a lot of pressure right there at the end. Walk us through how you won.
Just try to stay up high, let him have the inside. I didn't think he'd be able to get a run off. I got the lead and almost lost the lead. It's just, it's hard to lead these things, especially in this car. If you push it too hard, you're going around. But it was a fun race. I appreciate the team for keeping it as clean as possible. And he overdrew it, I overdrew it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, it was a good race to watch. Interesting. We got to see quite a few incidents and some wrecks, but at the same time, we got to see some good hard racing up front. So we appreciate you. Congratulations on your win right here, and go enjoy it.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
You as well. Matt Lovett in the number 14 machine right there, everybody. And we want to say thank you to everybody out there watching the DSR Whelen Modified series right here on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And, of course, always hit the like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Talk to everybody about coming on and watching these things. And, of course, if you're on Twitch, we have a donate button down there for a local cause in my area. But that's neither required, but you guys get to get out there and do this again. So we'll be back here again next Thursday. I'm having to check my dates out here. Next Thursday, we're going to be right back here with the DSR Whelen Modified Series, brought to you by Innovox Solutions. And again, one more time, if you are interested in Innovox Solutions, remember that they are a developer and distributor of superior oxidative disinfecting solutions for use in both the home and workplace. They have a goal of providing products that quickly eliminate bacteria, viruses, mold, mildew, odors, and allergens from environments that could potentially cause health threats without exposing users to harsh chemicals and harmful residue. Great company, great sponsor, especially for the esports platform and iRacing. So a big thank you to Innovox Solutions. And again, this is Jason with Signature Media, Signature TV, broadcasting from virtual USA International with the DSR Whelen Modified Series. We will see you again. Go on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/JL Follow to follow all of our broadcasts, and we broadcast 5 times a week for different series. But more importantly, get out here and watch these guys. They put a lot of money and a lot of time into it, and this is all for some good money. So have a good night, and we'll see you next time.